This is Daily Flash with Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Broadcasting worldwide and streaming. Daily Flash. Today's talk, tomorrow's trends.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, and we are welcoming you to Daily Flash. We got today's talk and tomorrow's trends for this Tuesday. Two for Tuesday. Mitch and AJ hanging out with you today.
Have you guys been following this MLB baseball hat controversy with Pride Month and Christianity?
Yeah.
Well, apparently the MLB has come forward and said, we apologize. We should have never threatened to fine those players who put the Christian Bible sayings on their hats. They didn't particularly want to participate in Pride Month, so they, in their own way, celebrated their own faith by putting Bible verses on their baseball hats. That's part of it. And this took place in San Francisco. It was at a Giants game. So after they did that, the MLB came out and said, we're going to suspend you, we're going to fine you, and then cue the outrage.
Yeah.
And at this point, in my opinion, baseball is losing more fans than ever, it seems like. So it would benefit them to maybe not upset 75% of the country. So anyway, they have since retracted their demands to suspend the players and fine them, and suggest that maybe they made a bad statement.
There was I wish I remember the city, but I just saw the article about it. But a minor league baseball team that was going to, it's associated with Major League Baseball. They canceled their games.
Yes.
They said, you know what,
Yep.
we don't want this controversy, and you can understand that. And it's almost like an endorsement. It's almost like. If you think about, like, if you're a basketball player, you're not going to wear, and you're Nike, you're not going to wear Adidas or whatever, right? That's your brand.
Yeah.
And so if you have it on there, and they're like, listen, I understand the team's doing this, but I don't support it. But I'm being made to do this, and it goes against my beliefs. So I can understand that sort of thing. So I think they should have an option. They definitely had an option to kneel at the NFL and sit down, and that controversy, you either could do it or not. Only in the Major League Baseball can a rainbow come out before a storm happens before the rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Or a rainbow happens before a storm of controversy, and it's unfortunate it's that way. I get it, and however, we also have to remind everybody on the rainbow is supposed to be equality for everybody, right?
Yeah.
On that rainbow should be straights as well if you want it to be everybody. If you want to look that way, and that might be very controversial, but we have to understand not everybody believes the same way you do, just as you believe that people don't believe the way that we do.
Right, and MLB.
When I say we, overall, by the way.
And the Major League Baseball came out during the height of this controversy saying, well, we've never allowed our players to take a stand. Well, reverse a few years, and you saw them doing Black Lives Matter, Black Power, you name it. They were taking a stand on a number of different issues, which I think when it comes to sports, I would prefer them not to get involved in those kinds of issues. I just want to watch a ball game. I don't want to be taught a lesson. I don't want to be told what I have to do or say. I just want to enjoy a game, a beer, and a hot dog.
So
Our athlete here on the desk.
No. I mean, first of all, you got to give the guys a choice. You can't force them to wear something that they may not believe in, right? So, and then threatening them, that's completely wrong. Somebody in the front office needs to get fired, first of all. Second of all, sports are a way of escapism, if I'm saying it correctly, right? So people want to get away from whatever they're troubled with in the world, come to a game, root for their favorite team, see them play, see them win, and trash the city like they did in New York.
Well, let's not do that.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Steal trash cans and then get fired from your job.
When you keep bringing in politics, when you keep bringing in, other things into the game that's supposed to be a form of escapism, it takes away from that, and people would just turn it off.
Yeah.
And that's how you lose people, right? So, not saying people want to disrespect. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion and so on and so forth, but you can't infringe on my rights to, my freedom of speech. I may not want to represent that because you want to represent that. Let me have my own body autonomy and do what I want to do and go from there. So again, no politics in sports. I'm all with it. It's just now you're in a day and age where everybody's upset about anything.
And if you keep hate out of what your beliefs are, I'm all with you. And we have to understand that we all have different values, different views, and don't because maybe the majority might be thinking one way.
Right.
And maybe it's okay if another person thinks another way. You accept them the way it is. You don't hate them, and because you don't want to wear it doesn't mean you hate those people.
But that's what everybody goes through. They go straight
people.
there.
I need to correct
that group.
Right.
I got you. We got you. But that's what everybody goes through.
That's what I sounded
If you don't agree, you automatically hate it, and
that's
not
what
the
I'm saying.
case. I just don't agree. That's not something I will like to wear. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. You just don't agree.
I also have a problem with this loud group saying, everyone has to be tolerant of what we stand for, but we're intolerant of what you stand for. And I think that goes to your point. It's like, no, everybody does not have to agree on one thing or the other.
I don't want everybody to agree.
No, nor do I. But that's kind of what makes this country great. Everybody can kind of have their own way. But could you imagine if Major League Baseball had a Christian month and they forced everybody to wear Christian Bible verses on their jersey? Could you imagine the outrage? It would never happen. So for these players, that's kind of their perspective. You're forcing me to wear something that I don't necessarily follow or believe in. Right. You can have your celebration, but it's not really my line of thinking. So, and also it brings up another point. Do we have to have a month to celebrate everything? Can we have a day?
Hey, that's part of the money. That's part of the money.
We celebrate
Christmas.
Veterans get one day. Why can't veterans have a month?
That's a very good point.
I mean, come on.
It is merchandising. I'm glad you said
Yeah,
that because
that's
really
true.
what it was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Those hats sold.
100%.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with them selling it. I mean, I get that. It goes down to, look, I don't agree with this, and you're making it look like I do. And then they will say, well, then you don't have to play for our team. I'm like, well, now there's discrimination.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes,
but
exactly.
Again, it goes back to, and I just want to say this, that just everyone know who's watching this show. Just because you do not agree does not mean you hate it. And
exactly.
That's what I'm
You got to stop. You got to get out of that feeling. I don't agree with you. Oh, you hate me. No, that's not what it is. I just don't agree.
And if people say those people instead of a group, I didn't.
What do you mean by those people?
Those people.
Can we also say
What do
Rob
you
Schneider
mean by
said
those
he'd
people?
pay all the fines for all those guys? He
He
said,
did.
Rob Schneider, the comedian.
Yeah.
I'll pay
Rob.
all the fines of people that were being fined at these players. Okay, you know what? I am certain you have a thought on this. We'd love to hear from you. Flash at dailyflashshow.com or just go to our website, dailyflashshow.com, where you can also answer our question of the day.
Question of the day is, what memory would you revisit? What memory would you revisit?
All right,
Yes.
all right, we got to take out, kids. I think from now on, whenever we do these, take our kids being born.
Okay,
That's everybody knows that's what
it's
you
a
were born
memory.
to.
It's a special time. It's a special time. What memory?
I honestly, in my career-wise, when I met Bryan Cranston, or Bryan Cranston met me.
That's funny. Yeah.
me,
That was great.
Was that the airport?
It was at the airport, and he walked up to me, and he knew who I was, and he knew about Jackson, he knew about the show, and everything about I had kids, and I'm like, I was freaking out.
I bet you were.
I cannot believe this.
I love the story.
It was the nicest human, or celebrity human, whatever. He was awesome, and I think I would love to feel that. I love that feeling again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's other great things in my life, but that's one career-wise.
Oh gosh, do I have to follow that?
I know, right?
I was gonna say,
Celebrity.
going to Disneyland for the first time with my family.
That's good.
That doesn't even
Bitches dropping
pales
names.
in
I am a
comparison
name
to
dropper,
Bryan Cranston and being recognized at an airport by the Breaking Bad star.
Wow.
James,
Mine, honestly, you guys already know about it. It's when I went to Houston. Thank you, Sharon. I went to Houston. I got recognized by the White House.
Yes, I remember that.
And
Yeah,
Congress for my work in the community.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I got like a little plaque with
I remember
President Biden's name on it, AmeriCorps, and the late Sheila Jackson.
Was it auto pen sign?
It looked like it.
I'm joking. It's still worthy of recognition.
So I got recognized by Congress and the White House.
That's
so
awesome, James.
That's
Yeah.
that's one memory I love to revisit.
I love
and
it.
I got hit on by Muhammad Ali's first wife. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
All right.
James has no problem with the ladies. Let me just tell you that.
I got pictures of her sitting on my lap, so don't.
I love
Are
it.
you selling her out?
I ain't selling her out.
It's a box
She
of
wanted Big Daddy, sweet baby, baby.
Sweet
She got a
baby.
sweet
So
tooth.
you're
That
saying
night.
she has a type, actually, because she likes the big muscle dude. I got you.
It had nothing to do with the award.
Yeah, no, whatsoever.
Nothing.
I love it. But you came back with a great memory, so yeah, I can see how you got that 100%. We got more Flash coming up. Coming up right around the corner, we're going to be talking about debt. There's some changes in the rules that when it comes to your debt that actually can benefit you tremendously.
And furry friends, we're going to introduce you to a tortoise that has just won a Guinness World Record, and we will explain why. Also coming up in Life, Love, Shopping, we've got the latest trends for you when it comes to life, love, and shopping.
Before we go to break, here's our Brain Flash question. Which fast food chain introduced the very first kids meal? Answer right after this. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Before we went to break, we asked you our question, our Brain Flash question. Here's your answer. What fast food chain introduced the first kids meal? If you said Burger Chef, you got it right. They're not around anymore, but man, you can go in there. They just gave you a bun and a patty, and then you put everything else on it by yourself, kind of like a little buffet for that. Welcome back to the big show. Mitch English here. You know, credit card debt and interest rates, they are at record levels, and a proposed cap on rates could actually change who gets access to credit. Is this going to benefit you or hurt you? We need to get the experts in, and joining us now is Ari Page. He's the CEO of Fund and Grow. Ari, you're the man when it comes to this. How is this interest rate cap actually going to affect consumers? We need to know.
Wow. Well, thanks for having me on.
Certainly.
And unfortunately, this credit card cap is not going to have the intended effects of helping consumers the way that we would like it to. It is going to impact consumers, but it's going to impact them by actually removing the availability of credit cards for a staggering amount of people. And under the research that the American Bankers Association has done, they've found that the estimates are up to 85% of all credit card holders nationwide would actually lose their access to credit cards altogether under a 10% cap. The math simply doesn't work. When you add in the prime rate of 6.75%, then the operating expense of operating a credit card division, which is generally around 5% yearly, and then the charge-off rates, which can be as high as 9.3%. It's about 20 to 21% just to operate a credit card division.
Well, preparation is everything. And who should actually, and what should people actually do to prepare for a softening economy? What do we need to do now?
So it's really important for consumers to, as much as possible, to reduce debt, especially their revolving debt like credit cards. You really want to maximize your available credit as much as possible when it comes to your available loans, in case you have a situation in your personal life that pops up and you don't have the cash on hand for it. Most consumers don't even have the ability to pay off a $400 incidental. So having access to credit is going to be really huge. Using your credit responsibly, streamlining your expenses is very big. And for business owners specifically, having available access to funding is huge when you want to capitalize on opportunities.
All right, there's some myths out there that people they believe about credit. What's some of the biggest ones about personal credit that you know of?
So one of the big myths out there is that if you as a consumer go to check your own credit score, that you're going to hurt or lower your score. And that's just not the case. If you as a consumer go and check your credit score, that's what's considered a soft inquiry.
Okay.
It's not a hard inquiry like when you apply at a bank. When you apply at a bank, then it's considered a hard inquiry. And there's quite a few actually. Like a lot of consumers believe that they actually need to carry a credit card balance in order to build their credit.
Yes.
Now using your credit card is definitely helpful, but when you go over 35% ratio of your balance to your limit, and you carry that balance, that heavy balance over 35% for many months at a time, you actually hurt your credit. So using the cards is good, but then only in a responsible way where you can pay it off. And then another one is a lot of people that have high personal income automatically believe that they're going to get better approvals. And that's not the case. Credit is based off of your credit report, not just off of your income. Having higher income will help, but it doesn't guarantee that you're going to get higher limits. And then another really, really big one is a lot of parents want to help their children build credit.
Right. So
they add their children as an authorized user to their personal credit cards. Now, in the past, under the older FICO scoring models, that was something that would help the authorized user build credit. But under today's scoring models that most banks are using, the FICO 8, being an authorized user doesn't actually build your credit or help your credit. It actually, what ends up happening is the personal debt from the parents just shows up on the child's report, and they're not seen as the main account holder anyway. So it doesn't really help build their credit.
There's so much more, obviously, that we could talk about this, and it's extremely important. Thank you so much for joining us, Ari. Now, if you want to learn more about the benefits of interest rate caps, you can head to our website, dailyflashshow.com/FMI, but you can also check out fundandgrow.com and find out how you can get your credit either on track or back on track.
Let's talk trending stories now. An 80-year-old man finally cracked a nearly century-old oyster offer at an Alabama restaurant. All right, here we go. Jimmy Rush said he had his 80th birthday all planned out by finally cashing in on a promotion hanging on the wall at Wenzel's Oyster House since 1972. The sign offered free oysters to any man 80 years old, accompanied by his father. The family had been talking about the deal for decades, so when his older brother turned 80, they made it a full family affair and went to collect with their 99-year-old father. As promised, Jimmy was served a dozen free oysters. When the family asked if anyone had ever managed to score the deal, the restaurant said his family was the very first.
Probably the first one to take advantage.
Yeah.
There's probably others around there. I love the little hooks that restaurants do, and they got to have that sort of thing. I'm glad to see that somebody took advantage of it too, right?
Your 80th birthday, but your father has to be there with you. I mean, so, Dad was 19 at the time he had his kids, so God bless it, it all worked out.
You got oysters out of the deal.
Free dozen.
And some say oysters might have started the whole situation in the first place, so keep that in mind with those powers that oysters might have. We have more Flash coming up around the corner. We got today's trends and tomorrow's talk and today's trends.
Yes, we got it all here, regardless of which one you like. You miss a minute, you miss a lot here on this show. Stay with us, we're back.
Change it to that.
Right after this. But then if we do, then we'll say it the other way.
That's true.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites, and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. It is time for your double dose of cuteness with all things furry, fuzzy, scaled, and in this case of our first story, shelled. Here we go. They say age is just a number, but for this tortoise, it is award-worthy. 194-year-old, yes, 194-year-old Jonathan the Seychelles giant tortoise was recently honored with the Guinness World Records Icon Award as the world's oldest living land animal. Experts believe Jonathan was born around 1832. He has lived on St. Helena since 1882. During his lifetime, he has survived 31 governors in his neighborhood, and despite losing sight and smell, he remains healthy. Researchers have studied his DNA in an effort to unlock the secrets to his longevity. Okay, now if you've ever seen Romeo and Juliet on stage or screen, you're likely familiar with the biggest scene. It's the one where the two star-crossed lovers decide to take their own lives because they realize they can never be together. Well, now imagine this scene on a stage and an orange cat wanders in and steals the show. Well, that's exactly what happened during this ballet version in Turkey. Romeo had just taken the fateful potion when the cat decides it was playtime and batted him in the head while he lay dead on stage. Talk about upstaging the actors. Then the frisky feline starts biting and scratching Romeo's head. Props to the actor who tries to keep it together while the orange tabby causes the audience to break out into laughter. Well, Juliet then attempts to intervene by dragging Romeo away from the cat. And that move was enough to motivate the cat to jump on a nearby table and watch the rest of the show from a new vantage point. So there you go. That was wonderful. And we have one more story here. An Amazon delivery driver was caught on camera taking a family's beloved cat from a doorstep. Now he claims the cat was his. Josh Gonzalez says he immediately recognized the feline while dropping off a package. After hearing a meow, he said he looked down and instantly recognized the animal. Gonzalez has since produced documentation he says proves the cat belongs to him. He said he also provided the records to his employer following the incident. Amazon confirmed the driver is no longer delivering packages.
Oh,
Mitch.
well, that's too bad. I mean, you know, that's a part of your family, and he was picking it up and seeing it, and it's a shame that it happened. Hopefully, he didn't lose his job because of it. It's just they're saying he just doesn't work there anymore, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess so. It's unfortunate, but what else would you do in that situation? If you recognize the pet is yours and it's been missing, why wouldn't you scoop him up and take him with you?
I guess the only other alternative is like leave a message at the door, say, hey, I noticed the cat. I think it might be mine. Can you please give me a call? Whatever. Either way, though, if it's a loved one, if it was, you know, you would pick it up and take, and that's, I guess, his cat. He felt like he was loved. I love cats, too, because they have this attitude of they just don't care. And if we can go back to that Romeo and Juliet and cat, what do they always say? You never work with kids or animals, right? Because they'll always upstage you. You probably heard me in the studio laughing. This is so awesome.
Isn't it great?
This cat, and to be the actor, how do you react is just laying on the ground where you're supposed to act dead. It's one thing if you're like, you know, acting and you're talking and that sort of thing, the cat's there. Yeah. But to the cat start nibbling on you.
And then he does that thing that cats do where they bat you in the head and they shove you with their back feet and it's like they're kicking out. And the guy just lays there. God bless him. And then, of course, the whole audience is cracking up. And this is supposed to be your big scene.
That is, that's the major one. That's what I'm saying. It knows. I think cats know.
Yes.
I had to do it. Jackson, those are great. That cat's my new hero. I love it.
Right?
Nobody claimed it, though. Why was a cat inside a theater? That's what I want to know.
Good question. It's Turkey, so maybe it was some sort of an open theater. Or maybe it was one of those cats that, you know, hangs out at the theater. Who knows?
It's probably like a good luck cat. They don't, you know, give it. Well, I love it. I love that. That's a great video. Thank you so much, Jackson, of our furry friends. Let's jump into some trending news stories happening around. It caught on fire and scorched the cabin aboard a British Airways flight en route to Las Vegas. Check this out. A cell phone did this. A flight from London landed safely after a crew member reported a cell phone on fire on board. Well, the pilot was heard on the air traffic control saying that the mobile phone had scorched the inside of the cabin, but the sparks were under control. It's unclear right now what kind of cell phone caused the fire. The FAA stressed that cell phones, laptops, and other rechargeable electronic devices must be stored in carry-on bags, not checked luggage in case of fire. And they'll ask you that too when you're at checkout. So, or checking in rather. So keep that in mind. They're not just saying it, you know, to make sure you don't have your phone. Make sure you have it on your carry-on. Besides, you need your cell phone with you anyway. We got more of today's talk, tomorrow's trends coming up, still to come right here on Daily Flash. Our website waiting for you, and of course on social media. We love hearing from you. Just drop us a line and say, hey, you goofball, what's going on? And I'll know it's for me, okay? We got more coming up right after this. Stick around.
This is Daily Flash with Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Broadcasting worldwide and streaming. Daily Flash. Today's talk, tomorrow's trends.
Hi, I'm Mitch English, everybody.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk. Let's check in with James Alexander with our stations across the nation. James.
I'm feeling this spooky. Halloween is coming early right now, okay?
Can I tell you something really quick?
What's up?
I was at Costco the other day. They have the Halloween decorations.
That's too soon.
I kid you not.
Wait, it's not even July 4th.
The giant skeleton is over the candy aisle. I was like, okay, here we go.
Well, you know, it is what it is. All right, so from one spooky thing to but another. Hey, you're watching this on 219 stations across the country, and guess what? You can go to our website at dailyflashshow.com and click on where to watch. Now, that spooky thing that I am talking about comes from our local friends in San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio,
San
beautiful.
Antonio. I mean, you know they have the spookiest hotel in Texas.
Do they
called
really?
the Minger Hotel.
Really?
Yes, so you will see some ghosts. If somebody's pickpocketing you, that probably is not a ghost. It's probably somebody else.
Where's it at? I know it's in San Antonio, but where?
It's right.
Next
It's
to
located
the-
right next to the Alamo.
Oh, I remember that.
Alamo. Okay.
So
Do you remember the Alamo?
Oh, you.
That was a horrible setup for it. You should have saw that joke coming. Much like custard juice.
Lord
Shut
have
up.
mercy. Yep. So Minger Hotels.
That's cool.
So you can go check it out.
Hey, how are y'all with, if you know your a hotel's haunted, I mean, would you still stay there?
I don't
No,
know.
it freaks me out.
I was telling you guys, like, there's one place, like, I love haunted, like, tours and stuff like that, but I would never do it in New Orleans.
Why?
Because of the voodoo and everything else down
It's, like,
there.
too
I don't,
real, huh?
Yeah,
Too
it's
much,
just
yeah.
too. I feel a little bit different.
Yeah.
It feels different down there.
Feels different, yeah.
Louisiana.
I can see that.
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
You should mention our affiliate there, KCWX
Yeah,
in San Antonio.
KCWX.
Hello, salute. You guys, I'm a big snacker. I've noticed I snack about every 2 hours. You guys have a favorite snack?
Yes.
That you- what is it?
Well, it's this Heavenly Good popcorn, which is
Heavenly
kind of,
Good, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, and Unreal candy. It's like
yeah,
a
I know
Snickers
that too.
bar,
It's
but
like a
it's
blue bag, yeah.
oh yeah, it's so good. This one comes in an orange bag. It's amazing.
Okay.
Oh, wow. It's
Jax.
the Jimmy Bar.
The
Oh,
ginger
yeah,
bar.
yeah.
Creatine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Creatine.
I
That's what
give
you're
it to the
snacking
kids
on.
on the field. Yeah. The Jimmy Bar.
All right, well, if you snack a lot, don't worry. There was a new poll conducted by Talker Research. They talked to about 5,000 U.S. adults from all 50 states who are up to date on pop culture. For some reason, that was important. And they found some interesting facts about snacking. First off, 39% of them have admitted they've gone entire days without eating an actual real meal, just eating snacks.
I could see that.
Okay, so you guys have
Yeah.
had days like, okay. 18% of them have lied about what they're snacking on just so they don't get judged.
Candy bar.
Peanut M&Ms right here, man. All right.
Snickers.
All right, let me ask you this. Probably for the married folks, 60% of us have a secret stash of snacks in our house somewhere. Do you have a hiding it from the kids?
No.
I do.
They find everything.
No,
so.
I know, that's the problem.
Yeah.
And that's why 6% have a stash outside of the home, like out in their car or something.
Yeah.
So-
oh, really?
Here's the thing, we buy potato chips, they're gone, man, because Enzo will bring his buddies over and I go, hey, what happened to and I try to buy the healthy stuff,
yeah.
what he thinks would be the crap, like the better for you,
Yeah.
still eats them all
of
together.
course.
So you think about that. And then on an average, we snack about 4 times a day, which I wholeheartedly
Yeah.
do that as well. Now, as I mentioned, I love the peanut M&Ms if I have to have like a candy snack. But you know, there is a company. They're Pringles basically, but they're not
Yes.
Pringle.
Good for you.
Yeah, you know which one I'm
Yeah, I
talking
know
about.
exactly what you're talking
Salt
about.
and vinegar.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Man, I eat those things like crazy, man. Like I'll go through a whole can
Yeah.
like in one serving. There are people in that said they have eaten an entire bag of potato chips, and they said, "Don't judge me because of it." Have you ever had one of those where popcorn
Yeah.
I can do?
Yeah, I've come close, but like I'm short of stopping myself from eating the entire bag. But dill pickle chips are my new
really?
jam. Oh my, dill pickle ruffles. There's a Lutz brand.
Yeah.
And then there's another brand, Kettle. Kettle just came out with a dill pickle chip. It's
I
amazing.
love Kettle because they make them a little bit different. They're crispier and harder. All righty, what do you snack on? We want to hear from you. We got LLS coming up, Life, Love, Shopping.
Yes, we do. Stay with us. We're going to do a little life, love, and shopping next. If you live it, love it, or buy it, we talk about it on Life, Love, Shopping. What comes around goes around and then comes all the way back around. An 80s brand is reviving a line of flip phones and consumers are flipping out. 80s brand Commodore is reintroducing their flip phone and it's called the Callback 8020. The clamshell device blocks all social media and browsers at the system level. However, it does make allowances. So who gets the special invite? WhatsApp and Spotify both get a spot while allowing select apps on the Sailfish operating system. The prices range between $500 and $700 and will be available later this year. The callback offers users a digital detox by using patent-pending technology to block web browsers and social media at the system level. It offers internet connectivity without the risk of screen addiction. Now, if the Commodore name sounds familiar, it should. This throwback marks a fitting release for a company that kickstarted the personal computer revolution of the 1980s. They released the Commodore 64, considered the best-selling PC of all time. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is launching his first fragrance line with Papa Tui cologne. Consumers describe it as smelling expensive without the designer price tag. The actor and former WWE star is expanding his Papa Tui skincare brand with 3 new colognes. Johnson says he and his team developed the fragrance line over 2 years with top perfumers. The scents include P1, leather and woods with bergamot and apple for a champion's confidence, P21, smoky bourbon with berry, vanilla, and birch, and P7 featuring amber and cypress for magnetic energy. Each bottle is just $40 with a $19 discovery kit available. The tagline, luxury without the luxury markup. Well, have you experienced a Dubai chocolate moment yet? Retail giant Costco is getting in on the viral food trend by teaming up with Chobani. Costco has scored an exclusive deal with Chobani to offer a pistachio chocolate coffee creamer. Come on! The creation is inspired by the Dubai delicacy taking over store shelves everywhere across the U.S. The limited edition flavor from Chobani features roasted pistachio and milk chocolate notes in a 52-ounce bottle for about $7.49. It will be available nationwide at Costco warehouses as part of the brand's effort to capitalize on this popular pistachio dark chocolate craze that has spread to other products from Starbucks and much more. You'll see it everywhere. You cannot miss the green and brown packaging. Well, speaking of colors, M&Ms are going maha by launching a natural ingredient version to remove all those artificial dyes. The result will be the elimination of the iconic blue and brown colors in the initial release. So we're going to say, so long, blue and brown. We'll miss you. We loved you. You might be back, but we'll have to wait. Mars is spending millions to overhaul production and make over some of their most beloved brands without artificial dyes and ingredients. The challenge with blue, well, the company says they were trying spirulina as a natural blue dye substitute, but it was causing an odd buildup on their production equipment, so it wasn't working. The new 4-color M&Ms will include red, orange, yellow, and green. Expect M&Ms to launch the rollout in August on Amazon first. The goal is to recreate all 6 classic colors naturally by 2028 without synthetic additives. Hey, for more information on any of these stories, please head to our website, llsshow.com. Once you're there, you can check out previous episodes and get more details on our life, love, shopping topics. And don't forget, you can follow us on all of our social media channels. Here's the handle, @LLSShow is the handle to follow. Stay with us. More coming up right after this. If warmer nights are making it harder to get quality sleep, a few simple bedroom updates can help you out. Here's what you need to know.
Warm summer temperatures might be making it harder for many people to get a good night's sleep, and experts say the bedroom setup itself might be part of the problem. With more, here's lifestyle contributor Justine Santinello.
Sleep issues in the summer are often driven by heat. When the body can't cool down properly at night, it can lead to sweating, restlessness, and more frequent sleep disruptions.
While many focus on lowering the thermostat, sleep environment plays a big role. Factors like airflow, lighting, and bedding materials can all impact how comfortably the body regulates temperature overnight and how well it stays asleep.
Breathable bedding can make a difference. That's why I like the Bedshore Pure Woven Bamboo Collection. Made with bamboo-derived fibers, it includes sheets, duvet covers, pillowcases, and comforters designed to create a cooler, more comfortable sleep environment.
To learn more and to find breathable bedding options for summer sleep, search Bedshore Pure Woven Bamboo Sheets on Amazon.
As we prepare to celebrate, America's 250th Declaration of Independence continues to serve as a powerful common bond that unites us. Joining us now with more is Colin Woodard. Colin, let me ask you, what unites but also divides Americans today?
Our divides go way back. I mean, they go back to the colonial period and the differences between the different colonial projects, right? The Puritans in New England thought that they had been chosen by God to, create a certain kind of society in the wilderness, and that they had to do it as a group, collectively, through institutions, and contrast that with the gentlemen who came to the Chesapeake country and were going to reproduce the aristocratic society of the English countryside. You couldn't end up with two societies as different as that. And the differences between them and all the other different regional cultures, and some of them Dutch, some of them transplanted from the West Indies and so on, would lead to a very fractious federation. So the big question becomes, what's held us together all this time?
We need to know more about really what makes us awesome. Where can folks go if they want to find out more information?
Yeah, the Declaration's what holds us together, and the values in there, and our polling has showed it. You can read the details on that at selve.edu/Pell Center, PELL.
Colin, thank you so much. We'll have this link on our website at dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
For almost 90 years, Child Fund International has been helping children grow up healthy, educated, and above all, safe. Their new PSA invites viewers to see firsthand how Child Fund changes lives. Here's more.
It all connects. The girl who walks for hours to bring home the family's water, the school she can't attend most days, the breakfast she didn't have, the rain that hasn't fallen in months, the danger around the next bend, her little brother's belly laugh, her mother's hug, her dreams of being a teacher, an engineer, the mayor. All the reasons life is both so hard and so beautiful. It all connects, but so do we, for children's sakes. We connect through action, through everything we do, together, so every child can grow up healthy, educated, and safe. And we won't stop.
As Americans continue to look for more plant-based sources of protein, they're taking inspiration from Japanese diets. Here to help are Ryan Geiger and Eric Rath. I want to start with you, Ryan. What makes protein so important for, good nutrition?
Protein is trending right now, and for a good reason. It's something we need for our muscles, for our bones, and for our overall energy levels. And what people are also looking for are ways to get protein in that are really quick and easy, and foods like Japanese soy milk are a great example of how to do that. You'll get 9 to 10 grams of complete plant-based protein, which is comparable to dairy milk in just 1 cup.
All right, Eric, what can we learn from the elements of Japanese diets?
Right. Well, if you think about the Japanese diet, it's something that evolved naturally, organically through the centuries. And a lot of that was plant-based. And the focus of Japanese cooking and cuisine is to make those ingredients shine, not cover them with a lot of sauces. So it's a real respect for the ingredients, including soy.
And Ryan, how are modern diets really changing?
Yeah, absolutely. They are so delicious. So we'll start with this one. It's one of my favorite breakfast items. It is a chia pudding, a classic twist on a PB&J. So it's got fresh strawberries as the jam, some peanut butters, and of course the Japanese soy milk is the base of this, which gives it that creaminess and the depth, which is so great for a high protein breakfast. We also have a strawberry matcha latte, great for a nice pick-me-up, again using the Japanese soy milk, really creamy, delicious. It works really, really well in lattes and coffee and any type of morning beverage you might be having. And also a classic ramen made with the Japanese soy milk as the base, which gives it such a creaminess. So when you're eating it, not only do you have the noodles and the crunch of the veggies and a little bit of the protein on top, but you're just getting that full mouth flavor, kind of like a party in your mouth with that Japanese soy milk.
I'm craving that right now.
Folks want more info? Where do they go?
Yeah, to get more information on Japanese soy milk or to try any of these delicious recipes, you can visit JapaneseSoyMilk.com.
I want to thank you both for joining us. We're going to post this interview on our website at dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
New updates to one of the world's most popular gaming platforms, Roblox, are designed to give parents more oversight than ever. Here's more.
As summer break approaches and screen time begins to rise, many parents find it difficult to manage their children's online activity. Dr. Elizabeth Milovidov, Senior Director of Parental Advocacy at Roblox, is discussing new platform features to help families maintain healthy online experiences and habits.
Kids can enter a digital world in seconds, making it feel nearly impossible for parents to know what they're seeing. This June, Roblox is introducing new age-based accounts and expanding parental controls.
These updates allow parents to approve or block individual games and manage direct chat settings for their kids through age 15.
We want to equip parents with practical ways to navigate the digital world safely. Beyond these controls, we encourage families to have open conversations about online safety. This ensures that as kids head into summer, they can enjoy their time online while parents maintain peace of mind.
To learn more, visit roblox.com/safety.
Hey, you're like me. Do you find yourself like staring at the fridge trying to figure out what's for dinner? Well, we actually got an excellent solution.
With busy summer schedules and mealtime decision fatigue, getting a healthy, simple meal on the table can be a struggle. Professional chef and registered dietitian Sarah Haas shares how a simple grocery staple can help.
When the week moves quickly, it's easy to just grab what's convenient, but we often shortchange nutrition. That's why I keep an extra carton of eggs in my refrigerator so that I can whip up a quick and easy meal. Take, for example, these scrambled egg stuffed pitas. I grab whatever veggies I have on hand from my refrigerator. Then I've got an easy, delicious meal I can enjoy all week.
Eggs also deliver nutritional benefits. A new study in the Journal of Nutrition adds evidence that eating eggs is linked to a lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. People who ate eggs 5 or more times a week had a 27% lower risk compared to those who didn't eat eggs at all.
That's true. It's easy to eat more eggs. For a simple lunch or dinner, I like to use hard-boiled eggs as an anchor for grain bowls or even pasta salads for summer.
To find these recipes and more, visit IncredibleEgg.org.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson hanging out with you.
All right, a struggling romantic accepts her aunt's wager. Go on 40 dates and 40 nights to find true love. But the journey proves more challenging than expected. This is today's must-watch movie, 40 Dates and 40 Nights.
Newsflash, love, it's extinct.
Look, you are really hot. Like a solid 6 out of 10.
Okay. I have an idea. Go on 40 dates, and if you have found a keeper, I will pay your rent.
Your grandma's literally trying to pimp you out.
Are you cool if we go Dutch?
Yeah. You remind me of my ex-wife.
And then St. Patty's, he couldn't hold his liquor. He threw up a little bit.
Hey, so sorry I'm late. Do I know you from somewhere?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Got a customer that needs a baby free. Can you bring up the safe sex keys, please?
Cool. I'm gonna be single forever. Really that bad? Uh-huh. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh,
sorry. I'm so sorry.
There's a boy.
Oh.
We should go get a drink.
I can't go on another date with you.
I'm one of your 40 dates.
If you want to call it that.
I do want to call it that.
27's waiting.
Jackson.
Leah.
I'll text you. Big dog?
What are you getting out of all this?
Is free rent a good enough answer?
It's okay to let people know you.
All any of us can do is try.
You got this.
No. Oh! Maybe you'll find love at the top.
Okay. Oh.
That's my girl.
Love doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. That's an odd visual.
Are we done?
Nope, can't stop staring.
Okay.
All righty, all we're asking is for just one day, 24 hours to join us back. Actually, 23 now, right?
Yeah, 23.
All
yeah,
right.
and you know what? You can check us out 24/7
there
online, dailyflashshow.com.
Absolutely. We're waiting for you. We love to hear from you. You can hit our sound off button and it comes directly to us. Thank you so much for joining and spending time with us today.
Thanks, everybody. Be good. We'll see you back here.
Bye-bye.
Same time, same place. Take care.